They're out there and they're wanting tubes. I think it's safe to say he wanted that. I think I hit him on the head. Nice fish. What is going on, everybody? We are out here. We've got some non-fall-like conditions. Actually, they kind of are fall-like conditions because the air temperatures are not crazy right now. There's a slight wind. The water temperatures have been dropping. I've got a tube tied on. I have no idea if this is going to be a productive lure. I don't know what I'm going to be getting into today. I'm just trying to kind of dip my toe in the water and see what's going on. I'm bringing you guys along for the ride. Let's go. Fall transition can be really, really tough. Once you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. This guy's like 17 3/4. Not a giant, but it's a damn nice fish for the fall transition. Well, one of the things that I've learned over the years fishing this specific pond in my area in central Indiana in the month of September is keep it simple in September. There's not like a light switch that flips and all of a sudden the bass go from being lethargic and undercover to, you know, chasing schools of bait fish. Maybe that happens in bigger bodies of water, but in this particular body of water, which is, I don't know, 5 acres, it doesn't happen like that. So if you could see behind me, you guys could see that emergent vegetation. That's really like the only vegetation that is on the water. That's where the fish are. They are in the shade. They're resting. They're protecting themselves. They're dealing with the water temperature changes. They're getting ready to put the fall feed on, but they're not there yet. And one of the best ways that I have found this year to be productive for those fish is to flip basic rigs in there. Flip Texas rigs, flip tubes. One fish came from right over there. The other fish came from right over there. And all I'm doing, guys, is just throwing this 3.75-inch Sentinel tube by JBros Lures in this awesome green pumpkin color on a keel-weighted swimbait hook. Screw lock into the top. A traditional tube hook is going to be tip heavy and to make it sink fast, and it's going to glide and do all that stuff, but I'm not looking for that. This keel-weighted swimbait hook makes it sink slower and more of a horizontal presentation, and I feel that the bass, being in the mood that they are, they like that a little bit better. They're looking for a slower fall. Nice. Right on the back side of that. That's exactly where I was trying to be. So I'm back here after work, just pulled this guy out on the tube, threw some other baits around, buzz baits, swam a Pit Boss Jr. Nope, these guys, they're definitely on a tube bite. It's the end of the day today, but what's been working for me today has been this guy. I've been casting it around to the edges of the vegetation. That's where the biggest fish have been. I'm seeing lots of active bass, but they're all small. That's why they call it fishing, right? It's still the fall transition. You've still got to dial the bass in. You're going to have some bass that are out roaming. You're going to have other fish that aren't, that are just still stuck to cover. And you know what? That's okay, because you can't power fish all the time. And I think the more that you can, from the bank especially, the more that you can pick up stuff like this and fish in and around cover, almost like punching and flipping, the better you are. I mean, dude, I was throwing right into the middle of the stuff, and it's like, how are you going to drag the fish out of there on 12-pound test? I'll worry about that after I hook them. I'm going to worry about 1, finding the fish, 2, hooking the fish, 3, landing the fish. In that order, very, very specifically. But hey, hopefully you guys learned something from this. I definitely did. If I'm fishing for largemouth, I'm pretty much putting the moving baits down. Unless they're like a topwater, slow-moving wake bait. There's a video coming up on that here soon, because we have had some success on like a 5-inch wake bait here recently. But ultimately, I think it's slow-moving baits. The smaller the baits, the better. Why? Because they're probably feeding on the majority of small fish. But what do I know, man? I'm just I'm just a dad that's trying to get out here and fish as much as I can. That's about it. If you guys have any other tips for fishing the fall transition, do me a favor, drop them down below in the comments. I can certainly learn from them, and I'm sure that the other members of this community can. But I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to the video, especially if you've made it this far. Thank you so much. And hope you get out there. Hope you're fishing. Hope you're catching. Stay fishy. See ya. They're out there and they're wanting tubes.